the award for the most correct opinions on the internet goes to Ted Brooks.
Thank you. Wow. You know, the things that I like are good. And the things that I don't like, well, they bad. And most importantly, the things that I have no experience with whatsoever threaten me deeply. Let's explore that, yeah? Okay, so the Game Awards are coming up, and if you don't know, they're kind of like the Oscars, but for video games. This year I've been tracking with the discourse online, and it's got me questioning certain things like, why do we care so aggressively about the things that we like, and the things that we've never even touched? Every year, award shows turn the internet into a giant sports bar where suddenly everyone becomes die-hard fans of like one specific thing. Like for instance, recently the Game Awards opened up their voting for all kinds of categories, and Clair, Obscur, Expedition 33 was nominated for 12 different categories. And I played that game. I loved that game. I made a whole video about it being, to me, a masterpiece of artwork. I also voted for it over other games because I didn't play them. In fact, I hadn't played a lot of the other games that were in the same categories. But apparently a large chunk of the gaming public interprets this process as step 1, pick the game that you enjoyed playing. Step 2, burn everything else to the ground. I was scrolling on Reddit and TikTok and Instagram, you know, the public forum of our generation, and found vitriolic discourse over people commenting on these nominations, declaring Expedition 33 as overrated, turn-based trash, or too French. Most of these comments were followed up with replies that they actually hadn't even played the game. Now, fans of the game are not clear of this either. When the game is put into contention for Game of the Year, Expedition 33 fans are insulted by the child-focused gameplay of Donkey Kong, calling Death Stranding 2 a walking simulator, Kingdom Come Deliverance as boring, and Silksong as too hard. And more than half of these people have never touched the games that they're passionately declaring as trash. Huh. To think of a topical example, there's this guy, Shroud. Big esports guy, skilled player, huge following, who has, I guess, decided that his fight is against single-player games? When it came to the Game Awards, he told his followers, do not let that Expedition game win Game of the Year. Do not let it. Absolutely do not. We all have to band together to make this game win. This game being Arc Raiders, a recent Smash multiplayer hit. Cool. It looks like a game that a lot of people are really enjoying. But to use your platform to tell people not to vote for a specific thing, despite never having played it? And transparently, that's also me. I'm no better. If you grew up in the 90s or the early 2000s, you definitely remember the peak of the console wars. Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3, or even Xbox One and PS4. Tensions and brand loyalty were at a max during these years. I was an Xbox kid, a Halo kid. I talked about it like I had stock in Microsoft at 12 years old. PlayStation? Pfft, trash, obviously. Meanwhile, I didn't play any PlayStation games. Not a one. Not a single one, but I still dogged on them like it was my job. When I started dating my wife, she brought a PlayStation into our relationship. And I finally dipped my toes into some of the things that I missed, and what do you know? Some of those games are in my top 10. PlayStation games good? Am I the first to say this? And that got me wondering, why did I spend so much time defending the thing that I liked by attacking the thing I didn't even understand? Okay, so I did some digging to actually try to figure this out. I'm not here to just spew some random theory on the internet. Although you did see me get the award for most correct opinion, so tough tits. Interestingly, here's what I found. Number one, identity theory. Part of the reason why we get so defensive over our favorite things, movies, video games, music, is because those things aren't only hobbies to us, they're group signals. Social identity theory shows that people see themselves as members of groups. We attach our personality to the things that we like. My game that I love becomes me. If something threatens my game, it threatens me. The scarcity of attention. Psychologists and economists talk about attention as a limited resource, a scarce resource. When people have less time or feel like they do, they tunnel on what they've invested in and treat other options as threats to that limited bandwidth. Mullainathan and Shafir's research on scarcity describes how limited bandwidth makes people focus tightly on what's in front of them and neglect the rest. If you spend 30 to 60 hours in a game, you have become mentally invested in that thing. Voting for that game and criticizing others is just a way of protecting the value of your limited time. 3, status by subtraction. The oldest trick in the book. If I can't raise something up, at least I can pull something down. It's the same energy that fueled some of my middle and high school actions. While I never physically bullied anybody, I look back at some of the jokes that I made and interactions that I had in which I lowered somebody else's socioeconomic status so that I could create fake elevation for myself. My perceived status grew because in relation to them, it was higher. If you can't climb the ladder, push someone else off of it. To make my game seem better, I have to tarnish the games it's competing with. Lastly, number 4, the fear of being wrong. Cognitive dissonance research explains why people resist changing beliefs when confronted with contradictions. Doing so creates psychological discomfort. So people then rationalize or reject the evidence. Contemporary work on belief perseverance and the so-called backfire effect shows that being confronted with contradictory evidence can actually strengthen some people's original beliefs rather than change them. That's why someone who dismissed a game before trying it will oftentimes double down on their opinion when you challenge them on it. Knowing the argumentative nature, to put it lightly, of Reddit threads and Facebook comment sections, I think you can surmise how some of these opinions might take shape. So here's the truth I keep circling back to. I love art. Games, movies, weird indie stuff that nobody's heard of. I love it all. I love seeing what people imagine and bring to life. So why are we bending over backwards to convince other people that their favorite thing is actually bad? Like, if you tell me your favorite movie, my first instinct isn't to dunk on it. It's to figure out why. What part grabbed you? What part stuck with you? Because that stuff, it's personal. And honestly, I think that's beautiful. I felt a personal connection to the story of Expedition 33. While many found it to be a story of grief, which it absolutely is about that, I found a deeper connection to its conversation with the connection between an artist and their art. The soul that they leave behind in each piece and its vulnerable thread that connects them. For those who felt the joy of smashing things in Donkey Kong and the memories that were made with their partners or children in the co-op gameplay. For those that felt unspoken encouragement and hopefulness through the invisible network of Death Stranding. To the players of Arc Raiders who were having a blast, sharing hilarious, devious, or teamwork moments on social media. It's wonderful that you had something that spoke into this time of your life. We've created this culture where an opinion is treated like a currency. And the loudest ones seem like they have the most value. But maybe we don't need an opinion on everything, especially with things we've never even experienced. Maybe it's just okay to say, I don't know. I haven't played that. Maybe it's okay to celebrate the things that we love without pulling other things down. Maybe voting for your favorite thing, whether that is a video game, a movie, a music album, or a political figure, doesn't require you hating on the things competing against it. And maybe, just maybe, if we can understand why we behave in this way and stop doing that, the whole conversation around art can get a lot more kinder, get a lot more interesting, and a lot more fun. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't get better when we tear things down. It gets better when we lift up the things and the people who create something worth loving. Thank you guys for watching and for this award. You will find many of my other opinions on the internet, on this channel. I'd appreciate a like, a comment, a subscribe, any kind of interaction. I don't want this to seem like I am just speaking at you from a stage. Oh. But I have an after party to get to, so I'll leave you here.